Today, I'd like us to examine the fact that companionship is seasonal and companionship requires agreement by the people involved. Amen. Previously, we had read Acts chapter 13, verse 13, which told us that it came a point when John Mark decided to go back to Jerusalem, leaving behind Paul and Barnabas. Now, we are not told why John Mark left Paul and Barnabas, but one thing is clear: they served together for a season. All three men served together for a season, but a time came when they had to separate. Also, we are told that Paul and Barnabas served together for a season before going their separate ways. And their separation led to the dawning of a new season for Paul and Silas. Because when Paul and Barnabas separated, Paul chose Silas to continue his journey. Meanwhile, Barnabas chose John Mark to continue his journey. Subsequently, when you move on to read Acts chapter 16, you'll see that Paul and Silas were later joined by Timothy and Luke. Amen. So, what are we learning here? We are learning that companionship or companionships are seasonal. Relationships start, relationships end. So we need to be sensitive to when our relationships start and when they end. Amen. Also, we want to see how companionships require agreement. I'll read for you Acts 15:37 to 39 from the New Living Translation. It says, Barnabas agreed and wanted to take along John Mark, but Paul disagreed strongly, since John Mark had deserted them in Pamphylia and had not continued with them in their work. Their disagreement was so sharp that they separated. Barnabas took John Mark with him and sailed for Cyprus. Amen. Companionships require agreement. We are told in Amos 3, verse 3, can two walk together without agreeing on the direction? Can two walk together without agreeing on the direction? Certainly not. Two cannot walk together without agreeing on the direction. And that was the case between the men. Barnabas wanted to go with John Mark, but Paul did not want to go with John Mark. As a result, Barnabas and Paul disagreed. And the only time when agreement came was when they chose to go separate ways. So Barnabas went ahead and chose John Mark to continue his journey, and then Paul chose Silas in order to continue his journey. But now, what is this teaching us? It's teaching us that companionship requires agreement. Without agreement, we cannot keep company with another person. Amen.